Back. But what about this pawn? Okay, so here, what do you guys think about this position? If the knight captures this pawn on c3, is it a good move for black or not? Just tell me in the chat box, like, what do you guys think about this position? Can the knight really capture the pawn on c3 or not? The bishop moved over here, attacking this knight on f3. Okay, so we are live now, I think. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Very good evening. I hope everyone can see me, can hear me. Yeah. So we are just looking into this advanced game where they just followed the opening, and now we can see that the knight was before attacking this pawn on c3. So the bishop moved back defending it. Now, in this position, what do you guys think about this position? Can the knight really capture this pawn? Okay, he captured this one. So we can see here a lot of tactical patterns. Like if the pawn really captures this, then the knight can capture this bishop. This is the game between Harshvardhan and Avan. Just comment in the chat box like what do you guys think about this game? Can this pawn really capture the knight or not? Now we have to wait for the Avan move, like how he will respond to this move, because he recently lost a pawn. Till then, we can just look into some other games and we'll get back to this game. Okay, so this game is already over. That's nice. Okay, let's have a look into the intermediate and intermediate. Oh, first and second is over. We'll just look into this third one. How this started? E4, c5, c3. Okay, g6, knight f3, bishop g7, bishop move back. What happened here? So here we can see that when the bishop was attacking the knight, he's trying to target the defender of this pawn, but white just ignored the threat and just played the move h3. Bishop captures, queen captures, bishop captures, and knight captures. Bishop captures this bishop. Knight f6 check. Ah, good move. Queen moves over here. What do you think about this position here? Can white play something else apart from this? And will that be the winning move? Hello, everyone. Do white have any like great move in this position? Just think on this position and maybe you can comment in the chat box. Queen captures. Yeah, this happens. Queen captures. Knight moves over here. Queen gives a check. Queen defends it. Queen captures. Knight captures. Knight moves over here. King moves back. Castle. Okay. This rook comes over here. Okay. So the last move for white is bishop c4. And we'll see how will the... Okay, so the knight moved over here. And this game, in the same game, I have one position for you guys. Maybe you can just think on this one. Here, in this position, King F8 has been played. Here we can see the bishop is already targeting the square, right? The knight is in between. Is it possible that we can go for knight d7 check or something? Will that work? Just think on this position and maybe you can just comment in the chat box. Intermediate games, okay. So here he moved the rook to e2. The knight moved over here. Now the knight have to struggle a bit, I think. If the knight is moving somewhere, the rook is... Okay, so he defended the knight from here. Okay, we'll just get back to the intermediate batch. First, we will just look into the foundation as well because we have covered the advanced, the intermediate. The foundations players are just there. So one game is going on between Srisha and Shreyu. So we'll just look into this one, what's going on. Okay, so it's queen captures. Black is having like so many extra pieces. The black is completely winning here, I think. Maybe the white can capture this pawn, but still it makes no difference because black is so having so many pieces. So yeah. Okay. So here we can see directly the black is winning. Now he just, oh, why he played this? Okay. Maybe having some different plans. Maybe he defended this diagonal of the bishop. Okay, Ashish will look into the advanced game as well. First, we will just look into the foundation is done. Would you like to go for the beginners as well? Once we will just look into the beginners game as well, and then we will go for the advance. Okay. So this is the, I think, the first round going on. Oh, this is already winning for white. If you want to see, just comment in the comment in the chat box. Would you like to see the beginners game? This end game, how they will checkmate the black king. Could you guys find out the checkmate here using the white pieces? If yes, then please drop your comments in the chat box. Okay, the king will move to b1, and then how it will be the checkmate. Hopefully, he will not move the king, otherwise, it will be the stalemate. Okay, he gave a check. King moves up. Okay. An advanced game, we were on this one. The first game is in progress. Checkmate champ and Okay, so this is an interesting game. They have moved to the almost an end game. Knight to d7, attacking the rook. The bishop is having this great square, maybe controlling this entire diagonal. So here we can see that the bishop moved back, attacking the rook. The knight moved here, attacking it. Now I hope everyone know that this is a batch battle. So every point matters for each and every player. And in the last week tournament, we have the MVPs and the batch champions. So I will just quickly go through it. From the beginners batch, we have India B157. From the foundation batch, we have India F2151. And from the intermediate, we have 168. So congratulations, all three batches and the players who contributed for their batches. Hopefully, we'll just look into the today's game as well, and hopefully all will contribute in today's batch battle as well. And the last week, most valuable players are from the beginners. We have Srinitha D from India B157. For beginners one-on-one batch, we have Arjun P. From foundation, we have Manvik Sansarwal. From foundation one-on-one, we have Pranesh. From intermediate, we have Ishan Gupta. From intermediate, again, we have Hriday Nair. From advanced, we have Manya Abhishek Trolia. And from advanced masterclass, we have Purav Deshpande. From intermediate masterclass, we have Harshvardhan Verma. So congratulations for all these players. These are the MVP most valued players. They have scored maximum number of points in the last week tournament. And hopefully we will be looking into the today's games in this tournament, like they might be playing here. So we are starting from the advanced batch. So everyone have to play the good games because every game matters, every point matters. Maybe your one win can get your batch onto the first place. So okay, so there is only one game going. We will just stick to this one and then we'll move to the intermediate. If you guys have any suggestions for any of the games, you can just feel free to write in the chat box. We can just go through it. If you think the game is interesting, oh, Akansha won her game. I won the last week. Okay, it's Purv. Okay. So bishop a5. This game is going to be interesting. We have to see like how will the black get the win from here, or because white is having a crucial position. Okay, so the rook moved here, a1, attacking the bishop. Okay. Good Shivdarsh, you won your match. That's good to hear that. So bishop moved over here, trying to exchange this bishop with this one. And maybe if the bishop moves away, the black would like to. So white rook is just stuck over here. He cannot just move from the first rank. Whenever he moves, he will be getting checkmated over here. So finally he exchanged this. White is having here one extra pawn. We have to see like how he will convert this. Okay, we'll get back to this game. Till then, we'll just look into some other games. Is there any other games going on for advance? Okay, so Karthikeyan and Kush is playing. We'll just look into this one. Okay. Oh, bishop moved here. It can be the check with the bishop as well, but that might not work. What happened? He blundered the queen? What? There is no queen for white. Okay. So bishop g4, queen d5 check. Oh, so white blundered the queen here. Knight captures d5. Bishop captures. Is there any? Okay. He just blundered the queen. Okay. In this position, maybe here the white can go for bishop to d5, but again the same thing. The king will just move away. The queen can. Yeah, that might work. So here in this position, instead of queen d5 check, he can just simply go for bishop over here. That should have worked. Okay, but now it's completely losing for white because black is having a queen. Manvik. Okay, Manvik is here. So Manvik was our last week champion. We'll just look into the Manvik's game where he is. Manvik and oh, okay, he's from Foundation. Manvik, your game is over or is still going on? It's a rook endgame. Not endgame, basically, it's a rook checkmate. Checkmate with one rook. I hope he will be able to do that. And I think he's going for the just get the king. Okay. Okay. It's interesting that he's going for a checkmate. Here, he have to go for one waiting move. Oh, champ, why this? You could have just moved the rook anywhere on the sixth rank, and in the next move, you could have delivered the checkmate. Don't just block it with the rook, otherwise it will be the stalemate. Maybe he got confused in this. Now he will do king c7, and then maybe rook a6 is a checkmate. Okay. Yeah, now he will be able to do this. Oh, wow. Okay. So all the games are done, I think. Shore is playing here. Shore is playing against chessmate Shore. Nice. And Shore B won the game. That's good. Okay. We'll just go through the beginners, the intermediate one. Anay is playing against someone, and this is okay. This is an endgame going on, but before that, we will just look into the opening. Do they have what they have played in the opening? E4, C5, C3, C6, Bishop G7, D4, C captures, C captures. Knight C6, Knight C3, E6, Bishop E3. So this is an endgame. What do you think about this one? Who is winning in this one? Will the black get a draw in this one, or the white will manage to win this? Triangulation method. In the rook endgame, triangulation method. Nice. This is the pawn endgame, but so white is winning, but can you tell the move? What should white play here to get this win in this position? Okay, white is winning. Draw. Okay. We got one vote for white winning, one vote for draw. Can anyone explain like what will be the result of this game? Okay, so finally he played the pawn to h4. And now it's black to play. How can black get this draw? So I hope everyone know that it is a draw. The black is just getting the king to f5, and now the white king have to move on g3, and the king will take the opposition, and it will be the draw. Yeah. So the position was the draw. Yeah. Now it's a draw. Okay. I hope you guys know like how it will be the draw. The king will move here. So the black king will just get on this square, and whenever the white king will come over here, he will just try to take an opposition. Yeah, and an opposition. So they will just repeat the same process again and again, and at the end there will be the stalemate. Okay, all the games are done for intermediate here. All the games. Okay, one game is going on. So black is having a passed pawn. Okay, so knight, bishop, rook. The next move, the black is having a queen. So I think bishop have to capture it. Yeah, king captures. And it's winning for black, I think. He's having one extra piece. It's winning. Yes, true. Either it will, the previous one was a draw by insufficient material if he loses the pawn in the previous game, or by a stalemate. Okay, we'll go through the advance. All the games are done. Maybe the second round starting. We'll just look into the standings. On the first place, we have Checkmate Champ. These are the players who won the games. Snehit, Purv, Knight Rider, Himaksh, Satyam. Good. Simran, Kush. Okay. And we got some draws as well in the advanced. Avan, Harshvardhan got a draw. Sanvika got a draw. Okay, so many draws. Okay. So we are just waiting for the second round of the advanced. Till then, we can just look into the intermediate games. Intermediate, any okay, all the games are done in the intermediate as well. Maybe the second round is starting. Okay, one game is going. So this is the same game where we have an end game going on. The black is having one extra knight. And now we have to see that, like, how will the black convert this game? It is an easy win. The king have to just the what we can see right now here is the black is having a plan of getting inside the white's position, and the white is also having a plan. Maybe now he will go for rook to g8, but hopefully it will not work because the knight is giving a check. The king will move that way, and maybe the black can easily win this. So because okay, white played this pawn, move forward, a check. Okay, king have to move to okay h7. He can create one passed pawn by moving the pawn to g5 and then capturing this. But let's see how it works. Move the king closer, attacking this. Black is low on time as well. Okay. No, he should not have done this. No, I think it will beat the draw if he captures this one. Yeah. Now the white can even. Okay. The king will attack it. Why? He could have moved here, attacking this pawn. Maybe he will push the pawn forward and can push this pawn. Okay. I don't know what he's thinking right now. Pawn to c6. Knight gives a check. Now it should be winning for black. Black is completely winning now. King to d5, and you will just keep pushing the pawn forward. And that's it. Okay, we'll just look into the foundation. The intermediate is over. In foundation, we have, oh, it's all the games are done. So in the foundation, I think all the games, the second round is going on, right? Okay. I think though, we'll just look into the standings. Itachi is on the first place. Abhiansh, Atiksh, Prakash, Shreya. Okay, Kirthor, Vyan, Daksh. We have so many players on the one point. Like these are the players who just completed the game and won the first round. And we got two draws as well, like Nitin and Himang. Maybe they both have played against each other and they got a draw from here. Atiksh, you're on which place? I think Atiksh was on top. Yeah, he's on third. Atiksh, your second or first game. Okay, so second game you won. Okay, why Atiksh? Why you have played this? Bishop f5. Atiksh, the easy way to just defend this is knight to f6. You could have just moved the knight here. It is good for the development of the pieces. At the same time, you just block the attack of the queen, right? You could have done this. But bishop moving here, he will just capture it. Again, the same threat. And we got checkmated here. So Atiksh, whenever like the opponent is going for the checkmate, like we saw in this game, this is maybe the type of the scholar's mate. So there are a lot of ways to defend against the scholar's mate. And one of the ways is just block the diagonal of this, like the attack of this queen by moving the knight to f6. And if the queen is moving over here, then also it's possible. Just move the pawn to g6. But right now, knight to f6 can be the good move. But Atiksh might have missed this. No worries. Oh, Atiksh was white. Sorry. Where is Atiksh? Atiksh. Oh, okay. Okay. Purv Deshpande advanced bet. Okay, Purv, we'll come back to your game. For sure, Purv, I will just come back to your game after the foundation. We have Ryan as well. Okay, got it, Atiksh. You were white. So basically, you delivered the checkmate, right? So that is the maybe the advice is for your opponent. He can take that. Okay. Now the next game you played against Tachi. Ryan, we have one more suggestion for Ryan. Where is Ryan? What? Okay, so Ryan, I think second game is still going on. Okay, Ryan, where is Ryan? Oh, two queens. It's gonna. Why you blundered the queen? Champ, we have to go for an attack. I know you guys love to attack the opponent, but opponent is also having some defense, right? So try to think from the opponent side as well. Like he moved the knight to f6. And that's why we always tell you to develop your pieces, have a good control over the center, because your pieces are defending you from a checkmate. Like in this position, we can directly see that the queen moved over here, trying to go for a checkmate. But the black knight is already prepared for that. So he just captured the queen. And now the game is going to be tough because you don't have a queen in the opening only, right? So first of all, we have to follow the opening principles. And when your pieces are ready, then go for an attack. Okay, we'll just look into the advanced Purav game. Purav, where are you? Oh, so Purav is playing on third board against Abhiram Dikshit. Okay, so f4, d5, knight. Okay. And I think Purav was MVP from the last batch tournament as well. So it's going to be interesting to look at Purav's game. Okay, bishop to b2, bishop to e7, bishop to e2, castles. What happened? Castles, castles, c5, knight e5. Okay, h6, g4. So Abhiram is white, bishop h7, h4. So white is just going all into an attack. Now let's see, this attack was successful or not. Here we go. Okay, we were here. After h4, black played knight to e4. Okay, g5 has captures. Has captures. Oh, so here Purav just sacrificed his bishop. d3. White have not accepted this. Now let's think on this position. Why the white have not captured this? Now the main reason is if the white is capturing this thing, then the queen is capturing it back, and now the king is attacked and the knight is attacked. But the knight is already protected by the bishop. But the main thing is your king is attacked right now. So you can't move it over here. You have to move it in this H file. Oh, the game is so interesting. We'll just look into this one. There are a lot of tactical patterns. Queen captures d5, king f2, knight moving over here. And now there is a checkmate. Queen to g3 is a checkmate. Now white have to defend this. Priya, what's your name like in the username on which I have to just look at your game? Just drop your name with which you're playing this tournament. So it will be easy for me to just look at your game. Okay. And is it from the foundation or it's in the advance only? So white moved his knight over here. So you can just suggest a game if you have sacrificed something like Purav told me here. Like he sacrificed his bishop and he's just having an interesting game. And it's really interesting. But see how Purav will just convert this game into a win. And I think it's a checkmate. Oh, it's a checkmate. Okay, this game is done. Good game, Purv. Intermediate. Okay. An intermediate. Where is Vedesh? VED. What happened? Standings. Okay. Okay, so you are white. Knight captures e4, knight captures e5, queen f6, d4. But why you got checkmated here? We have to think from the black side as well. Yes, Vedesh? E4, it's an easy scholar's made, right? The If the queen is moving over here, attacking this pawn, just get the knight back. If not, you can even give up your knight if you don't want to have, if you don't love your knight. You can even go for bishop f7 check. If you don't want to go for that, there are so many ways from which you can just defend this game, but don't get checkmated in just opening. Yeah. But try to avoid that. We can just simply go for knight to f3. And now there is no checkmate. In the next move, maybe you can go for a castle. Your knight is safe. And in the next move, we are going for a castle as well. Right? Sure. We'll just look into your second game. Hopefully you will not make the same mistake again. Yeah. Manvik is here. We'll just look into the games which are already going on, but I can't see those games. I sacrificed a rook. Who sacrificed rook? Is it really a sacrifice or a blunder? Foundation. Okay. Shivtosh is here. Manvik, I will come back to your game once after third or maybe fourth round. Okay. I can't see Shivtosh here. Iron is like I sacked my whole house. That would be interesting. I have to just see that. I hope it's a sacrifice. Okay. So here, sure you won the game. We'll just look into the standings. Aryan won 2 out of 2. Vihan, Master Vihan have 2 points. Trove 1.5, 1.5, and okay. So this is about the intermediate. We'll just look into the foundation because we have most of the requests from foundation. Standings. Shivdash. Okay. Shivdash. Oh, sorry, it was A. Got it. Shivdos won both of his games. That's nice. Shivdos will just look into your second game, what you have played there. Do anyone is having again any suggestions because of their sacrifices? Do we have some interesting sacrifice? Or maybe a tactical pattern? Okay, so d5, d3. It's good like you guys have followed the opening. Why the queen moved over here? Okay, knight moves here. Okay, what can be done in this position? Captures, rook. Oh, okay, so okay, the bishop can still capture it because the knight is protected. Knight moves over here. Knight moves here, attacking the queen. The bishop was spent, so you cannot capture. Okay. Oh, it's a fork attacking the rook and this pawn. The knight moved over here. Knight f. You could have even moved it over here, but yeah. Okay. Okay, so here in this position, the knight was unprotected. Otherwise, it could have. First of all, try to involve your pieces into an attack. But it's okay. Like king is weak, so moved it over here. Bishop captures, queen gives a check. Oh, nice technique. A good game, Shivdarsh. Good game. Shivdarsh, you calculated this entire stuff from here to there. If you can just calculate this entire stuff, it's pretty good. Here, black can do something else apart from this. But this bishop played a very important role in this game because the bishop is the one who is not allowing the king to move somewhere that way. If the king could have just escaped from that side, then it could be pretty tough for white, maybe. But still, it's okay for white. Good game, Shivdarsh. So kindly review event 10th board advanced maths. Okay. We'll come back to your game, Evan. So my first game, I sacked the queen. So Manvik, all right. Manvik sacrificed his queen. Srinidhi, okay. We'll just look into the Srinidhi game as well. What's going on in this one? Srinidhi, I have to search over here. Wait. Srinidhi is also having 2 out of 2. So let's just look into the second one. Srinidhi, why bishop moving here? Okay, you're white. Oh, you're black. So it's okay. Okay. Champs, this bishop over here is not a good move because with this, you could have even pushed the pawn forward, then you could have moved the bishop there. So at least you will get more space. But once the bishop is here, you cannot push the pawn forward, right? Bishop h6, trying to exchange it. Okay. And here we can see black is having so much of a space in this position. The knight entered. Queen moves over here. Knight moves, captures, captures. It's a good idea, like you just captured this. Oh, Srinidhi, you blundered the rook. Okay, but it was a sacrifice basically. It's a good one. She just offered the rook and the white accepted this. And then she went for a fork, picking up the queen. And now in this position, the black is winning. So what happened? Like the white resigned this game? I think so. Or it's still going on. Okay, so the white resigned in this position. I am black. Yeah, silver black. I saw that. Good game. The only thing, okay, so you were black, so there was nothing to say on that. Any other games we have? We'll just move to the standings. Who is there on the Chachi is again on the first on 2 out of 2. Srinidhi is here, Shore is here. So we have Manvik, Shiu, Vyan. We have so many players on the on 2 on 2. It's good. The third round is going to be interesting. We'll see like how many of you are coming on 3 on 3. But still, it's okay. Like if we are even losing the game, we are learning something from that. So you have to even fight even harder in the next game. And we have to correct the mistakes which we have done in this game. So, okay, now we'll just move on to the another one. We'll just move on to the advanced patch. Second round in progress. I think most of the games are done. Do we have any suggestions for the advanced? Okay, we'll just look into this one. What's going on in this one? Knight e4. So the endgame, the white is having a queen and knight. Sure, this is basically a tactic from white in this position. Just chop your message in the chat box, comment box. Why the bishop moved to e7? If the bishop stayed here only, then what could have white done in this position? So just think on this position and maybe you can just write your moves in the chat box. What can white do in this one? If the bishop remained here and if the bishop would not have moved back. This is a very interesting, this would be the very interesting tactic where still there can be something, but okay. The queen captures, bishop captures, nothing works. Rook gives a check. Okay. So in the previous move, if the bishop would have not moved from that square, white takes bishop. Yeah, the knight can take the bishop, and if the queen takes, there was a check from the top. So in this position on knight g4, if the bishop would not have moved here, then the knight could have. Okay, so knight captures c6, bishop f6, knight captures c6. Okay. Now in this position, the black is having one passed pawn. Yeah, knight f6, queen f6, rook g8. Good, Aryan. Yeah, that would have been the tactic over there. We have 1/10 game. 10th board, okay. 10th board oven, okay. So we have this one. And this one, it started with e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6, d4, cd4, knight captures. Okay, so knight f6, knight c3, e5. Okay, so here the white just. Now the queen was threatening a checkmate. There was no other way apart from this. The queen is attacking this pawn, and the queen is attacking this bishop as well. So white defended the checkmate. And so these are the small things which we have to figure it out in the game. First of all, he just pushed the knight back, and the knight is no more here. We can see this piece is unprotected, and we have this g2 pawn. So queen just moved over here, attacking this pawn and attacking. So it's basically a double attack. We are attacking the bishop. At the same time, we are attacking g2. We all have learned about the double attack. We just have to find out all these tactical patterns in our games so that we can implement and then we can get the win from here. A good game. Now I think after that he just exchanged all of his pieces. Okay, bishop moved here. Even by giving up one pawn, he just exchanged all of his pieces. And now this game is very easy to defend this pawn, attacking this one. You will capture this. Maybe then you can attack this, capture this, and will create the pass pawn. So here the white resigned this game, I think. Yeah. Manvik, okay. Sure, Manvik is saying something. So my queen sacrificed in first game, Manvik. Okay. Okay. Sure, Manvik. We'll just look into your queen sacrifice as well. Manvik is from a foundation. Standings. Where is Manvik? So in the first game, you sacrificed the queen, Manvik. Let's see. Manvik is black, okay. 1%, okay. Captures, captures. Knight moves over here. It's fair. Knight moving here, attacking the queen. Okay, queen moves back. Okay, this is so the pawn is okay. So what white have played here? White just missed this attack, like the queen is pinning up this pawn, and now the g3 pawn is unprotected. What white can do in this position is just he can just leave the diagonal of this queen. Maybe he can just move the king one square up, but still we need to check, is that really working? Yeah, king moving up is okay, but knight captures, okay. After that, check. Queen moves here, okay. So here he sacrificed the queen. Okay, so king captures, knight captures. Great, Manvik. A good game. Now, here we can see that just for the queen captures, king captures. Now here we can see that activity of the pieces matters a lot, because here we can see the black is not having a queen, white is having a queen. But you can see that both the rooks, the knight, the bishop are so well placed over here. They're just attacking all into the white's king, right? And white is not even having a defense to defend the king. Even you are having a queen, knight, bishop, rook, but no one is there to help you out, because active white black just win this game because of their active pieces, and no one can defend this checkmate basically. So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, good game, Manvik. Create calculation. So this is what we have to do. And if you have any, if anyone else have sacrificed, or do we have any interesting games like this where you guys have just exceptionally played well, or maybe you figured out some tactics? Of course, everyone is trying to figure out the tactics, calculation, everyone is doing that. But if you think the game is interesting, for sure you can just look at Foundation 9 player. It's me. Okay. Shivdosh, we'll just, we already saw your game, I think, yeah? We'll just look into the advanced one, what's going on here. So we have the standings after the second round. We have Chess 0019, Snehit, Purv. Purv is still on the top, okay. Knight Rider, Himaksh. So round 3 is already going on. We'll just look into this, what's going on here. Purv won the third game as well, okay. Okay. Now we only have 8 players on 2 points. Avan is on 1.5, Harshvardhan 1.5. But still they can bounce back. There are, I think, 2 or 3 more rounds to go. So yeah, foundation standings. We'll start from the beginner. On beginner, we have Srinitha on 3 on 3. Shrish Kumar 2.5. Okay. So this is the standings for beginners. There are 3 ongoing games. We'll just look into the beginners games, what they are. Okay, so we have this game which is on the first board, I think. We'll start from the opening d4, g6, b3, bishop to h6, bishop b2, pawn to f6. Okay. First of all, focus on the development of the pieces. So many pawn moves. Now just, those who are from the beginners, just tell me one thing. In this position, can the black go for a castle or not? So here, okay, so here in this position, the black can go for a castle. But he moved the bishop over here. So bishop moves over here, king moves there, knight moves here, bishop captures, bishop captures. It's completely over now. What? You won this game. So much of ups and downs in this game, in the opening only. First, white lost the queen, then black lost the queen. Interesting. Yeah. Which phase of the game you enjoy the most? Middle game, opening, or an end game? Rapid tournament. Okay. So in the foundation standings, on the first place we have Chachi right now, Atiksh, Trinidhi, Amos, Patil, Abhiyanj. So this is the standings for the foundation batch. Okay, so this was the standings for the foundation. There are so many players on the 1.5 as well. Players are getting a draw. We have four draw, like four players on 1.5. Look at foundation, second player, very high level. Okay. So who, Atiksh? On second place, second on foundation. Which one? 3 rounds are already over. This is the standings for the. There is Srinidhi on 2.5. So 3 games are already going on right now. So after 3 games, we will get the standings after round three. For advanced, I think for beginners, we only have 4 rounds. So three are already done. After this round, we will just check the standings for beginners. Till then, we'll just look into the advanced, what's going on. Knight Rider. Our one is on 2.5. How he got a draw? Okay, first game was a draw. Next two he won. Okay, so it's just T4. Okay. Second, look at foundation. On foundation, we have the ninth player who's there. Manvik, who's there on the. It's me. Oh, okay. Sin Shivdarsh. Okay, Shivdarsh is on 10th. Shivdarsh, I think we already saw your game. Yeah, this one we already saw. Yes, Shivdarsh, I already saw this game. It was a good game where you just checkmated the Black King. It was a good game. A nice calculation from your side. And at the end, we got a checkmate from here. He should have captured with this pawn, so at least he will have the squares that way. But now it's completely over. Okay. So here we can see that even a single move can make the entire difference. If he's capturing with this pawn, maybe he can just save this game. Because after this tick, the king can just escape from here. You can get one more check maybe from the same square. But I can't see when in this position because there was no queen f6 tick. And the black is already having enough defense to defend this. So even the one move can make the entire difference. And here we got checkmate. Okay. So Shivdarsh, if you're just looking into this, you have to calculate all the moves. Like if you're going for knight to g6, because in this position you went for a sacrifice. So basically you're giving up a piece for an advantage. And if that will not work, then we can be in trouble. So while giving up the sacrifices, we have to be very careful. We have to calculate the entire variation, and then only we have to go for that. Okay. But anyway, it's a good game that you got a checkmate here. Sure, Purva, I will just get back to your game. We'll just look into some other games as well from the intermediate. They're on the Anay and Pravi is playing here. So e4, c6, bishop f4, bishop d6, captures. Okay. Here, basically, the black lost a pawn. I mean, the white lost a pawn. Castles. So it was rook to 8. Okay. Rook g3. Now the queen is capturing this f6 knight. So we just moved it. It looks so calm for black. Like he's just looking into all the threats and he just moved the king aside. And maybe in this position, oh, he's having a couple of options. He can go for rook to g8. Okay, he went for that. So most of the players enjoy the opening. Good to see that. We have 58% of the players who enjoy the opening. Then for middle game, we have 25%, and for end game, we only have 17%. But end game is a very interesting part of the game. So you got a lucky draw against Trinity. That's nice. So in this one, the white is just attacking it, the black just defended it with the rook. Maybe now the white will try to. So what do you think from the black side? What will black do in this position? With the Slovenes. We got 0 votes for endgame. No one enjoys the endgame, I think. Maybe the advanced player will enjoys the endgame the most. Okay, we'll just look into the other games in the intermediate. Which one? We'll just look into this one maybe. In this one, the white is this is going to be interesting because the white is having two minor pieces. The e4, so they both. Okay, so here we lost a pawn. Most of the games, I can see that they're just messing up this pawn. Whenever the bishop is attacking your knight, you have to just take care of this pawn as well because you have to keep this in mind. Knight is the only defender of this pawn right now. Right? So whenever someone is attacking your knight, your attention should be on your pawn as well. Again and again, I'm coming back to the pawn, but it's okay. H3, bishop f6, bishop f6, key 1, c6, knight e2, knight e6, knight g3. Bishop moving to d4, rook moves here, queen c5, king h2. I think the only players who enjoy the opening is who can easily figure out the mistakes of your opponent in the opening. And it's good, like if someone is making a mistake, we should know like how we can punish that. Queen e7, queen f4. Okay, so there they traded off, I think. Not even here. King h2. So far it's all good. Knight f4. Rook moving here. Rook captures. Okay, so white just got one pawn and the bishop for the rook. And the knight is not basically the pin. I don't know why here. What do you think about this position? Do white have enough compensation for his rook? Because he gave up the rook for the. And one more thing is the rook is trapped over here. So white is having no other option apart from giving up the rooks. Because if you're moving even here, the knight is attacking you, so no other way. Okay. So black just trapped the white rook in the opening. And on the endgame, the black is having one passed pawn. The white is okay, the knight is attacked. Now the knight have to move. And then this pawn is gone. Purav Deshpande advanced patch. I sacrificed my bishop again. Purv is just obsessed with the sacrifice of his bishops. Yeah. Purv just I will just come back to your game. Now what do you guys think about this position? Who is winning in this? The black, the white, or it will be the draw? We can't say a draw in this position. Oh. So black just attacked it and the knight captured this. Okay. Black can also capture this. The white will capture this. What do you guys think about this game? It's going to be a draw. The white will win, or the black can win this. The black is having a passed pawn. Let's see how many votes are for win, how many votes are for draw. Knight moved over here. What is the idea of knight to d3? Still, the rook can move to even b2. Yeah. W. So white will win in this. Are you guys really sure about this? No, I don't think so. He's just winning it. The black can simply push the pawn forward, and who is there to defend this? It's already game over. He's still defending it. Okay, so again the knight will move back, I think. But it was an easy win for black because in the last move only he could have just pushed the pawn forward, and the next move the black can just have a queen. Right? So yeah, the black can easily win this, but right now again the rook will come to b2, the knight will move here, and black have to find out the move pawn to a2. Otherwise, it's gonna be tough. If you will go repeat the same move, it can be a draw as well. But since it's an intermediate, okay, so white is having 50% votes for white wins. Our champs, okay, 70% is for draw, 33% is for black wins. Okay, interesting. Now, after knight to d3, now how many of you still believe that white can win this? After pawn to a2, what will white do? I can't see any moves from white. Yeah, he. And now we can again do the same thing. Who is winning here? White or black? Now the black is winning, right? The bishop is gone. Maybe in some moves, a couple of moves, the knight will also not be there. Okay. So see, Purv Deshpande advanced. Okay. Okay, Purv will just look into your game. You sacrifice your bishop once again. Sure, Aryan, I will just come back to your game. If you want to see the trade sacrifice of bishop right now, you can just look into this game. E4, C6. Okay. What's going on here? He just plundered pawn. Okay, no, it's not literally a blunder. So you got the pawn back. Knight captures, castles. Knight gives a check. Now it's completely winning. If you're even so here you sacrifice the bishop or what? Okay, gives a check, captures the rook. Knight moves over here. Bishop captures, queen captures. Oh, okay. So for a back rank mate, it's a blunder from black that he just captured the bishop. But even without sacrificing the bishop as well, okay, then it will be a bit tough. So okay. So it's a checkmate. A good sacrifice, Purv. And there is one thing with Purv's game, like whenever he's giving a sacrifices, the opponent is just accepting it. So it can be it's a good luck and a good game too. So good Purv. So you should not. Yeah, there is a possibility that someone can copy the move, but I don't think so. They just copied the move because I told A2 along before. Okay, so we'll ask you guys to just comment in the chat box. I will not tell the exact move that bot can be played. Otherwise, that's true that they can copy the moves. So foundation, the beginners game is done. I think the tournament is done for beginners. Now the intermediate foundation is going on. Round 3 in progress. Okay. So, okay. So Chachi and Abhidev played this game. We'll just look into this one. What happened? Sorry, E4, G6, D4, Bishop C7, Knight C3, Bishop B7, Knight F3, D6, D5, captures, Bishop captures. So here Abhidev is black, Chachi is white. After E6, okay, white played D5, E captures, Bishop captures, Knight captures, Knight F6, Bishop G5, C6, Knight F6, Bishop F6, Queen D6. Okay. So basically, white played queen d6. It's a very interesting move. The white is not allowing the black to go for a castle. He just captured g5. Instead of that, Abhidev could have played. If you want to go for a castle, then you have to play like, okay, let's see. Bishop g5, bishop e7. Okay, but still it's not working because bishop captures, then queen c7. Okay. So, okay, bishop e7. Okay, so he lost a rook here after capturing this. Here, he have to go for bishop e7. No other way, I think. If he's not going for bishop e7, then anyway, if you're capturing it, so he just went for a check and he got the rook. Knight f6. Rook captures. Okay, now it's over. Abhidev could have captured this at least, but it makes no difference because if you're capturing it, knight, the bishop is also hanging. Okay, good game, Tachi. So Abhidev here, you should have played bishop e7 maybe. That could have helped you to win, not win, but at least defend this game. So how does tiebreak work? Tiebreak works on the equal points basically. When you are having an equal point after the fifth round, then tiebreak works there. Okay, so for foundation, after third round, we have 8 players on 8 points, in which we have Tachi, Abhyansh, Manvik, Shiyu, Akil, and Srinidhi and Ryan is on 2.5. Srinidhi got the third game as a draw. We'll just look into this, what happened in this. E4, E5, Knight C3, Knight C6, Bishop C5, castles, Knight moves. Okay. Oh, so both the pieces are attacked. Captured it. Queen captures. Okay, but I think B5 is not a great move. White lost the queen here. Okay. Here the white just lost the queen. Here the white could have captured this pawn maybe. The rook is attacked. Yeah. Bishop move back. Now there is no queen, so. But Srinidhi, you're winning in this one. How you got? Okay, so you're. Oh, so you're white here. You lost a queen. After that, you got a draw. How you got a draw? How this game ended up in a draw? So it is a. Srinidhi, can you tell me how it was a draw? The black was having a queen, right? Queen and bishop, and he's already winning there. How you got a draw there? And the king f1. I didn't get this, but how it's a draw? Okay, no worries. We'll just look into this one. Okay, it was a threefold repetition. No, but there were only 2 times. So maybe they accepted a draw. They accepted a draw by agreement, I think. So it was a draw by agreement. Okay, we'll just look into the think foundation. Manvik, I will just come back to your game after the fourth round. So all the best for your fourth round, everyone who are playing in the foundation. I think your fourth round is going to start after one game. So all the games are done. Which game? Okay, we have one ongoing game. Okay, so we have Sanidhya and Vian is playing. It's already done. I think it's checkmate in one. I hope you guys can see the checkmate here using the white pieces. If yes, then you can come in the. We have so many checkmates here. Like, okay, it's done. Okay, so he won because of time. Black won the match. Such a hard luck. Here, Black won the match because of time. Okay. That's really heartbreaking for White. He's having the queen, the rook, the knight, the another knight, the pawn. But still. Okay. Advanced. What's going on in advanced? Round 4 in progress. Avan. So, okay. So far, in the beginners, we have India B157, who is having 6.5 points. India B158, the entire batch is having 4.5 points. And this is for the beginners only, okay? So on the third place, we right now, okay, beginner tournament is over. So this is the final standings for the beginner, those who have played in the beginners. On the first place, we have India B157 on 6.5 points. On second, we have India B158 on 4.5. On third, we have UK PB224 on 3 points. On fourth, we have UK B106 on 2.5. On fifth, we have India B155 on 2 points. On sixth, we have India B153 on 1.5. Sixth, we have India B161 on 1.5. And on seventh, we have India B159 on 1. Okay. So these are all the batches for the beginners. And on the first place, on the beginners, we have India B157. So the players of 157, India B157. Congratulations for your participations and congratulations for getting the first place. Good. And India B158, we have to try better next time and we have to get on the first place. And Srinitha, okay, for MVP, Srinitha was on the first place for small batch, most valued player. So Srinitha is in the first place there. Good, Srinitha, congratulations for that. Now we'll just look into the advanced, the foundation one. I think the fourth round is going on. Okay. On standings, we only have Shreya on 4 points. So Shreya is having a 1 point lead in this tournament. We have Manvik on 3. I think the fourth round is still going on. 36 ongoing games are there. Chachi, 4, 5, okay. Intermediate, we'll just look into that. What's going on? So on intermediate, on fourth round, fourth, okay. So is this your game? Ryan and 20 is playing against each other. So here, black is Ryan and white is 20. So what happened in the opening? E4, C5, knight F3, knight C6, D4, C captures, knight captures, G6, C4, bishop Z7, bishop D3, knight captures, F4, D6, knight C3, E5, F5. Okay, E5, so here white played F5. Okay, knight F6, castles. How many of you think like F5 was a good move? In this position, how many of you think like F5 is the good move? Here, even the black can capture this, but still, it's not that good to capture. So that's why knight f6 has been played. It's a good move. Castles, queen b6, king h1, queen b6. Now, this is what the understanding is. When the black played queen b6, we have to quickly see that black is prepared for the discovered attack. So the knight can move anytime, and the black queen can give a check, right? And in that, maybe you can lose the rook, you can lose anything. So white just moved the king to h1. Black went for castle. White played g4. Black played knight d7 and knight d5. And now it's black's turn, so we have to see like how will black react on this position. So we got 3 votes for f5. Queen moves back. Okay. And one more thing, what do you think about this position? Who is better, white or black? Or it's equal? Yes, 80% of you said that like it. No, f5 was good. 20% still said like no. Okay, we'll come back to this game. Before that, we will just check the standings for the advance. On advance, on the first place, we have Evan on. I can't see the score of Evan, but let's look into. Okay, so he is on 2.5 points. Fourth game is still going on, so we have to see that. On second, we have Knight Rider. He's having 4 points, so I think he won the fourth round. Then we have Hirschwarden on 3.5. Then we have maybe Magnus. He's on fourth. So just look into the game of maybe Magnus. Is he really the Magnus? Oh, the Pools played against Magnus. E4, C5. Opening was good. Just move this queen knight. Okay. Knight captures, pawn captures. H4. White is going for an attack with H4. Black is just trying to trade off this queen. Bishop moving here. White is not interested to trade off the queen, so he moved it here. Bishop moves pawn to G4. Rook to E8. Pawn to H6. Pawn moving forward. Oh, white queen is threatening a checkmate. Black played this. This is not a great move. White can end pass in this. And he did that. And after that, he resigned. Okay. So, Purav, we have to pay attention on the end passant, okay? I think you have not calculated that he can go for an end passant as well, right? You could have defended this checkmate. Like, it is not like that you cannot defend this game. You could have easily, you have to play like rook to f7. And I think you can defend this checkmate from g7. Yeah? Okay. Because the white is not having a dark square bishop where he can just target the h8 square. So you should have just played rook to f7 maybe. Okay. So when okay, on pairings. Okay, so this game is still going on. Alvin versus Himaksh. And in this one, sure, Aryan, I will just come back to your game after this one. So pawn moves here, trying to. So here the black is winning. Black just have to get this pawn promoted and it's over. Black is having an extra bishop. Okay, so on the first place, we in the standings, we will get the Alvin over here, hopefully. We're not sure about it still because the game is still going on, but it's completely winning. So I hope he can get this win. An intermediate, okay. In intermediate, what's the standing right now? So Rutvik, Shrikar, Tanvik, and Aryan is on 4 points. Aryan won all four of his games. Okay, Aryan, we'll just look into this one. E4, E5, knight F3. I see you checkmated in the middle game. I was curious to see that. How you did that. You're going all into an attack. Okay. Bishop h6. He just missed this. Okay. After this, king is weak and it's very hard to just defend it. It's already over. Queen f6 captures. Oh, queen d7 checkmate. A good game, Aryan. So we can see that in most of the games, when we are seeing the attacking games, we can see that they are just having a coordination with all of their pieces and then they're going into an attack. If you will see this one, and that's what an attack is. If you're going on a war, you should have the contribution of all of your pieces. If you will go alone, then sometimes maybe by luck you can win that, but most of the times you're fighting against the entire army of the opponent. So it's very hard to win against that. So try to have the contribution of all your pieces when you're going into an attack and try to avoid the premature attack, which we can see. Okay. Okay, so white won the match. Maybe the black resigned this one. Yeah, the black resigned this. We'll just look into this one, Master Vihan and Anay. So here the black is having a queen. So extra queen. How can black win this in this one? What should be the good move for black? What do you think about this one? How can black win this? Sure, Aryan, I will just look into your game. Oh. But first, what do you think? Yeah, queen to e4, attacking the knight and you're threatening a checkmate. But for white, is it possible that white can save both the things together? The knight and the c2 checkmate? Is it possible for white? Yeah, queen e4. Now what should white do here? No comments for white. What can white do? Yeah, knight d4, he can just defend both the things. But again, think from black side. Can black again attack something and can win the knight? Because the knight is still not safe on d4 because it's not a safe outpost. It can be easily attacked by the black pieces. After knight d4, what can black do? To just attack this knight, get this knight away from there, and can still have the. After pawn to c5, knight captures b3, then there will be no checkmate. Pawn to Knight captures b3, bishop captures b3, queen c2 is still a checkmate. So yeah, we'll win the knight here. So white is just thinking on this. Yeah, c5. Let's see what will white do in this one. Knight gives a check. King have to move. Now he defended like this. Okay. So he just saved this knight for a moment, but the knight is still trapped. So by moving the bishop, he can easily win the knight. Okay. Maybe the black, after getting this knight, maybe the black can even have the idea of rook to d1 and rook to d8 and then bishop to f5. Checkmate cannot be defended for white. So let's see how it goes. But it's completely winning for black. So yeah, we'll get back to this game. For advance, we have the standings on the first place. What happened? On the first place on advanced, we have Avan and Knight Rider and maybe Magnus on 4 points. And we have Harshvardhan on 3.5. Purv, Chess0019, Snehit, Satyam, Kush, Advik. We have these are on 3 points. And AFM Manomay. So these are on the 3 points. Then we have on 2.5 as well, Simran and Fatima. Then we have on 2, Priyansh, and so many other players. Arya Abraham is on 2, okay. Vikwin, Tiraj, Athav, Sanvika, okay. Then we have so many players on 1. We have even on 0 as well. Okay. I think all the games are done. 2 on-game games are there. So Soyam and Rishi is playing. We'll just look into this one, what's going on. So black is having 2 of the passed pawns, okay. Black is having a knight. Oh, why he did that? Now it's completely winning for. Anyway, knight will give a check and will get the checkmate. Okay. Okay, so for foundation, we have so far we have India F2150 on first, then second we have India F3113, on third we have India F3106, on fourth we have India F162, on fifth we have India F2151, on sixth we have India F3108, seventh India F3114, eighth India F158. Okay. On ninth, we have India F1104. India F3110 is on 10. So this is the standings of for foundation after third round. Now let's see. Can India F2150 get this championship of foundation tournament? Okay, it's already done for black there. For foundation, it's going to be interesting. We'll just look into this. What's going on? Standings. 4 ongoing games are there. Manve can. Okay, we'll just look into this one. Chachi, I will just get your game. What happened in this? D4, knight f6, knight f3, g6, g3, bishop g7, bishop g2, d6 castles, castles, c4, c5, knight c3, c captures d4, knight captures, knight bd7, b3, knight e5. Okay, so many moves. They're on the 60th move right now. It's a draw. No, the black pawn is. Oh, it's a draw, I think, yeah. You should have moved to maybe it's a draw. Whenever you will push the pawn forward, the knight will capture it. You can attack it. Now it's fine even. King is close to the white knight. It's done. Now the knight will capture it, and it's a draw. This is a draw by insufficient material because Tachi won this. Okay, so Tachi is on the first place and he won his fourth round, I think, in foundation. Let's see. D4, D5, Bishop F4, C5. Again, the same pawn. We saw three of the games where the players blundered the D4 pawn. Oh, here the okay, so he won the piece here. Okay. Okay, so Chachi won all of the white pieces here. Bishop attacking the queen. Queen captures the B2. Pawn moves to A4. King moves bishop here. Oh, again, it's over. You should have defended with the bishop as well, but why you were giving up the rook? What? Chachi, here you should have this directly played this rook over here. That's it. Why you want to go for rook d2 and other stuff? Yeah? Rook d1 and then just capture the bishop. Anyway, it's a checkmate. Done. Okay. So far we on the after the one round still going on for foundation. I think this is the last round for foundation. No, they have 5 rounds, so one more round to go. And on the standings right now, we have Itachi and Akil on 4 points. Even Shiv is on 4 points. Then we have Manvik and one more on 3.5. No, on 3.5 we have four of them. Nitin and one more on 3.5. Okay. What is the standing of advanced? Okay. F3101. India F310. Okay. India F3101. Are you sure it is 101? Okay, you're talking 110, yeah? Okay. 101 or 110. India FC 110 is on the 10th place so far. Okay. I think foundation one more round to go for intermediate, fourth round in progress. There is again 5 rounds there. 2.5, 2, 1. Okay. Anay, Aryan, Nakshwardhan, Ryan. So these are on the 4 points. Then Ryan, Aura Chess, and Harshit. Yeah, Ryan and Aura are on 3.5. Harshit and some other guys, Master Vihan, Prasanna, Nachiket are on 3 points. So you have to play the good games in the next round because after fourth round, you guys are having three. Maybe you still have the chance to get on the top. So And even your one win can get your batch onto the top. So yeah, for advanced, we'll just look into one more game. E4, e5, e4, e4, c3. Bishop c4, c captures, bishop captures. Knight f6, e5, knight t2, d5, e captures f6, t captures. Okay, so what happened in this? Okay, it's an exchange basically, d5. You're winning the knight, you're winning the bishop. We need to check, okay. Bishop e6. Okay, bishop defended it. Bishop d2, queen d2. Okay, knight c6, knight f3. Long castles, king e2. Knight b4, bishop f6. Rook d6, rook b d1. Okay. So black is having like a pawn advantage. This pawn can help black to win this game because anyway it can black can create the outpost with this pawn, getting the knight on d3 would definitely help for black. So yeah. So with this, we are summarizing today's stream. With the standings on the foundation, we have Akhil, Chachi, and Shreyu. Let's see who will get on the first place. And the final results of today's tournament, I will just announce in the next stream on Saturday. So you guys can just check that out, like who won the first place, who is the most valued player. And at the end, you all played the wonderful games. And we'll try to improve in the next tournament. The mistakes which we have done in today's, we'll try to improve, will not. So final results will be announced tomorrow. So you can maybe check it out in your WhatsApp. Who is on the first MVP, the batch, everything you will get it by tomorrow in your Caissa inbox. So you can check your Caissa inbox. Some will, yeah, so you can check your Caissa inbox. You will get to know who is on the first place, who is on second, third, fourth, everything. Okay. So till then, bye bye everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Good night. Bye bye.